The government's moving swiftly to strengthen legislation aimed at protecting children from sexual predators while also seeking to address other social ills and human rights shortfalls. Here's what the Attorney General told our Cleopatra Murphy.
Legislation to address inconsistencies when it comes to the age of juvenile consent in the country could be presented to Cabinet by next week. Attorney General and Minister of Legal Affairs Senator the Honorable Ryan Pinder says the legislation was a part of a suite of 20-plus bills from gender-based violence to human rights issues that his office has decided to separate.
If you would actually look at all of the different pieces of legislation in the country that addresses juveniles, you'll see numerous inconsistencies in ages, of what you can do as a juvenile and not do as a juvenile. So, for instance, you can get married at a certain age, but you can't go and get medical treatment by yourself at a certain age, even if you're married. Right? So these things are all inconsistencies throughout.
His comments come on the heels of immense public backlash, with some even calling for Minister of National Security the Honorable Wayne Munro's resignation after he suggested that a 40-year-old man's 4-year prison sentence for impregnating a 14-year-old girl was too harsh, when reports indicate that she had consented.
So what we're looking to do on the juvenile side is we're looking to provide recommendations to Cabinet on all of these discrepancies throughout all the different pieces of legislation and to get a consensus on equalizing the age so there's less confusion and there's more routine and more transparency in how we deal with juvenile matters.
Pinder says 16 to 18 years old is the international benchmark, but the decision will ultimately be up to Cabinet. He indicates government is looking to bring more understanding and equality among legislation when it comes to juvenile offenses and advancing the framework to improve the juvenile court.
As important as it is to have the legal framework, it is equally, if not more important, to be able to enforce that legal framework and do it in a timely fashion, because with juvenile matters, you want to avoid as much delay as possible, because then the juveniles grow up and they put that trauma behind them, possibly trying to advance a new life, and then when you try to bring them back after years to testify, there's resistance and reluctance as well, and rightfully so. You could understand that.
Pinder says he wanted to address juvenile issues first, but they will soon be followed by other key pieces of legislation, including sexual offenses, along with immigration and citizenship matters in separate blocks.
I had them all together, and it just became a little too voluminous. And these are important issues for the Bahamas and important issues for Bahamians, and I think they need the adequate focus and attention.
When it comes to better addressing juvenile matters, Pinder says the aim is to have a standalone juvenile court that appreciates and can process claims quickly to provide better enforcement. Cleopatra Murphy, ZNS Network News.